So, Gorringes on view yet again, this time for our sale on the 19th of July, and upon special request, Mocha is here to assist with the video. What have we got this time? Well, an interesting lot. We're over in the furniture store, and there's some good things. Firstly, but not foremost, I was drawn to lot 196, a lucky dip of wines and spirits. Many ancient bottles of wine. I won't say venerable, but ancient. A real lucky dip here, including, I haven't come across this before, the fabulous Belcher's liqueur. I think about 3 bottles of that, so there we go. Carlsbad, there we are, lovely. So, 196, unusual lot, lucky dip of wines, as I say. What else catches your eye? Well, this does, this sort of choir bench or what have you. Lot 7. Struck my eye from across the room. I don't think it's particular. I think it's an original piece. We've been lifting up the seats and looking. What I do like, it's made from elm. Elm is a lovely timber, and but you can see things like these strap marks under here, so suggesting that didn't start life in that position. So there's probably been some reconstruction, but it's a good architectural thing, and I think that'll be quite popular. Along the line, we're seeing lots of upholstered furniture in every colour imaginable, it seems, and various fine cabinets and chiffoniers. But follow me down, camera lady. There's more interesting things down the end here. Lot 22, a couple of sort of fairly standard Windsor chairs. Now look, this one may have lost a bit off its feet in height. Look at it compared to its friend. It has a little bit more of a point to its toe, and these perhaps have just lost about that much off the bottom. But nevertheless, they've got a bit of character. Lot 22, an even better one, sitting next to this nice walnut chest. Lot 119, look at that, fabulous. So that's got this really lovely back, reflecting more of a sort of Georgian dining chair back to it, but still the wonderful sort of Chippendale, the wonderful sort of Windsor arrangement. We've got some yew wood incorporated, but I think again we've lost some tips off the toes, but still a really nice chair, that 119. Keep an eye on that, watch out, Mocha. Sitting next to this lovely walnut chest. Almost certainly started life as a chest on chest or chest on stand. Reason I say that, well look, this is a walnut. The sides are not walnut, which is not necessarily a surprise, and the top is oak, but the way this top is put together and that we can see these dovetail joints and what have you suggests that this chest once stood about so high with its stand beneath it, but still a lovely thing. Handles look original. Out come the drawers. We have a little look at that. Nice oak lining all the way round. Original dovetails. Locks look original, and I suspect those handles are absolutely original too. So nice thing that is lot number 118. What else do we have now? Which aisle to go down? I think this middle aisle. Lots of carpets, by the way. Look at the floor. Always look at the floor at Gorringes. Lot 69. Never know what you're trading on. Lot 69. There's a carpet for a rug for you. Loads of them throughout the sale. So have a good look. Easier to see those on the website than in the room in many respects, because of course they're all covered in furniture. More garden furniture, of course. Lot 73. Great big teak table with the the lazy Susan in the middle, the umbrella, and 8 chairs with it. So useful garden lot. All the garden stuff still doing really well, despite the fact that it's raining outside. There are further garden furniture, but what am I looking for? Do I like this little chest? Lot 77. Reasonably so. I mean, quite a nice small mahogany chest there. Pine linings to the interior in the main. Handles look original, lock is not. But yeah, that's not a bad little chest. It's not going to be anything over exciting, but nice little thing. A few pedestal desks here. Further carpets and runners as shown below. Another one of these sort of big stools that we're seeing a lot of. These are not old, but they've been coming through the room in various forms of upholstery and have proved to be quite popular. Tickets over the other side, I can't see it, but it's around about lot 38. And nice jazzy upholstery that. They've proved quite popular. Lovely little Lowboy here, lot 49. Again, look at the drawers, lovely thin oak drawer linings. Looks to be the original handles in there, and nice little corner spandrels on the chamfered legs. So we like that. That's a smart little Lowboy. Another walnut chest over here. All sorts of goodies. So as ever, do come along and view the furniture. There'll be more over the road. We'll go over and see what we can find in the smalls. So here we are back in the main sale room, and I've been rooting around in the silver and jewellery to see what we can find. So a couple of bits of silver, just, you know, there's a mixture under there as ever of sort of flatware and salts and toilet jars and stuff boxes and christening sets. But anyway, I picked up 2 lots for you. That's rather smart. Lot 740. A little rose bowl in the sort of manner of a Monteith, insofar as it's got this shaped rim, but a Monteith has a detachable rim. Of course, you knew that. But lovely. Look at these nice stylized lion's mask handles. It's round about 1915 or thereabouts, London assayed, got a reasonable amount of weight, but not so much so that it's still more desirable as an item than as scrap, which we'd like to know. So there's one, and then this other thing caught my eye. Nice early Victorian teapot here, compressed form, sort of pleasing design, that with the rose finial to the lid. Nicely hallmarked underneath. There we are. We know about this, don't we? We've got the lion passant, means it's English silver. Leopard's head means it's London Assay Office. Date letter there, from memory, around about the 1850. We've got a maker's mark tucked away in the middle, and there's young Victoria's head. So that is lot 741. I don't have an estimate as yet for it. It'll be on the website, but I just struck my eye as a pleasing thing. Other pleasing things, and of course a lot of what we have in auctions are pleasing things that are not particularly useful, but who needs useful things when you could have such unuseful things that are so lovely. Now, catching my eye, a couple of watches, lot 787. Look at that. That's completely useless, but it's lovely, isn't it? So we have this rather nice sort of, I like to think that's a salamander. It could be a newt, I suppose, given that speckling, but either way, rather lovely. Little bit of the gold enamel has rubbed on the top, and it's suspending this very pretty little fob watch or pocket watch, where the enamel, I'm pleased to say, is in very good order, because that's the expensive thing if it gets damaged. So lot 787, lovely little thing there. I probably started life together, but I wouldn't guarantee it. There's a slight difference in the colouring. Anyway, nice thing. More nice things, lot 788. Perhaps it came from the same source, because we get what we might describe as a rather heavy lot here, but we get this rather lovely bee or wasp brooch, which is gold, rose diamonds. You've got an opal there and some enamelling. That looks to be late Victorian or Edwardian. And with it comes a more modern brooch there, a sort of, what is that? I guess that's a sort of butterfly, really, with those wings. Not quite a fly, more of a butterfly. And then thrown in for like this little silver and amber brooch. So there, nice little mixed lot there, lot 788. And while we're in the world of antique jewels and gems, that's a lovely brooch, isn't it? Not the most wearable. I'll put it with white behind it so you can see it better, but lovely. Tourmaline, rose-cut diamonds, silver and gold mount, with a sort of screw fitting here. Perhaps it could be adapted to be a pendant. I suppose you could hang it that way up and it might still work. Yes, look, there's the loop, which could either have had a drop hanging down or could take a suspension for a chain to hang that way once you've removed this brooch fitting. So there we go, 794 is becoming more useful and wearable as I talk about it. And then this lovely high Victorian, probably nearer sort of 1840, 1850, lovely brooch with the matching earrings. I do wonder about this stone. I suspect it's a later replacement. I think we had opals to start with and then one got lost, but still lovely thing. Golden enamel, gem set, emeralds and rubies and other gemstones, foiled backing. That's the early way where instead of the light coming through the stones, they put silvered foil to enhance their glitter. Old repairs, as you'd expect from something of that age. Lovely thing. That is lot number 842. And finally, we have a watch for you. Now, one might look at this and think, gosh, that's a large wristwatch. Well, of course, it started life as a pocket watch. How do we know this? Well, just from looking at it once you've seen a few. But there are a few major clues, such as this filled-in hole at the top there where the suspension loop once hung, and the fact that the dial doesn't orientate towards the wrist. I mean, that's not 100% of a guarantee, but it's a pretty solid thing. And then generally just look at the size of it, and you know, it's beautifully made, but it's a rather curious wristwatch now, because of course you're going to have to open it up to wind it with a key, which is somewhat sort of lovely and sort of old-fashioned-y thing to do, I suppose. Got 783, so there we go, a selection there, plenty of other jewellery in the sale. And we move on to the smalls. What else have we got? Well, my good lady wife, the camera lady, as I've been told not to call her, pointed out to me these fabulous geodes, lot 314. There is one. You're seeing it in all its glory, and as we can see, it's meant to stand up that way. For the spiritually minded person, these absorb and get rid of your bad energy, and they're a really good size and rather lovely. Lot 312 and 314. 314. Thank you. So if you want to absorb and get rid of the bad energy going on,
They're also very pretty.
And they're very pretty. Get down to Gorringes. This one particularly has this lovely sort of sculptural form to it because you're getting sort of the back end as well as the front end. So, nice things there. What else is nice? How about that for a hall lantern? Look at that, very pretty. And of a scale that many people can fit their hall rather than these huge great things we have. Lot 310. Lovely Vaseline glass liner. Just about sitting on the screws, there we are, and copper, sort of loosely in the manner of Benson, not quite, but nice thing. I remember seeing that, and this big jug next to it in the house some time ago. Elsewhere, Moorcroft, 309, lovely pattern on that, nice early-ish bit of Moorcroft. There's the signature underneath, it was the 1930s, I suppose. And standing next to it, this fab kettle, look at that. Victorian, it's plated, it's not solid silver, it's silver plated. It's lost its little pin that would go in there to stop it tipping forward, because you have a pin here that's removable, so you can tip it up to pour the water into the teapot and then drop it back, and you would have had a locking pin to stop that happening, but it's gone astray over the years. It's also lost its middle of its burner, so a few flaws, but let's face it, I don't think we're going to use this to make our tea with very often, but it's a lovely decorative object. Lot 305. And there's always more here.
Yes, can you pop to reception, thanks.
Jess has to pop to reception. Once he's popped to reception, we can continue with some Doulton, classic Doulton Lambeth, the stoneware productions, stamped Doulton Lambeth underneath. Now, they did a number of these sporting jugs and tigs and things. Here's a cricket tig with the wicket bashing the stumps there, the batsman running, and maybe the fielder getting the ball. Lot 267, dated 1881. There's also the cricket jug here, bowler, wicket and batsman in more ordinary poses. That one less clearly date marked, but it's Doulton Lambeth, England. What do we know if it's stamped England? It's 1890 to 1910, well done. So there's the other cricket jug, lot 269. Cricket's not your thing, how about some rugby, football, or, well, I think they've got a ball, so I think that is rugby football. Lot 268, again, Doulton Lambeth, again an 1881 date mark. We've got flintlock pistols, we've got lovely little bronzes from the fine sale, actually, re-offered. This is a Doulton bronze, Arab boy with donkey, lot 260, nice quality that. More clocks, more sporting, here we go, more Doulton popping up. This is the cycling one. So we have, they name it military cycling, road cycling, and path cycling. So there we go, lot 253. Great for those cycling people who are all over the roads. They can have this for inspiration and encouragement and what have you. Lot 253. So what else do we do? Well, we've looked at quite a lot now, but I'll just drift around here and see what else I can find to inspire and encourage you. Gosh, there. Look at that. Good grief. Don't know what those are up to. Don't think they're in the sale yet, but they'll be coming up. R.H. Harris, 1939, to my wife, Doodles. To Doddles. So that's Mr. Harris. And ding dong, look at that. That must be Doddles. There we go. So, yeah. So they'll be coming up in future, something to look forward to. We know you always love the lot you can't buy at the moment. Everybody does. They walk in the store and say, what lot number's that? And we say, no, it's not in the sale, and that's the one that gets the most interest. Coco de Mer, sort of running on, sort of a bit like Doddles, really, so they say. Lot 448, the Coco de Mer nut. There we are. Classically popular for sort of decorative and other matters. Then down the line, collection of air rifles, early ones, look, a whole sort of mixture of them. This one is manufactured in Germany, it says, and it doesn't have the traditional form, but there we go. They're an interesting lot, no doubt, for the air gun collectors. We've got Doulton ladies, of course we've got Doulton ladies. We've got quite a smart looking Regency bracket clock. I mean, look at the pendulum on that. Cool. You know, that's a cracking pendulum. The weight of it, the girth of it, it's adjustable. It's on a nice rod. There's the clock itself. Perhaps a little bit plain. Nicely glazed at the sides. Can we get in the back? Yes, we can. Not signed to the movement. It's twin fusee. It's just a nice enough thing with a nice bracket. And yeah, if you fancy a reasonable clock without going mad, perhaps that's a good choice to go for. Lot 421. So there we go. We've got a bit more glass. We've got pictures all over the place, of course. I like this. This came down from Tunbridge Wells. This is lot 564. rather nice, naive painting of this cutter, I would guess, perhaps, with the nautical department.
I don't know, is it a cutter or
It's a sailing boat. Rosa, it be its name. And of course the cockle, well, this is the light boat. They've slightly spelt it incorrectly because perhaps they weren't fully literate. But lovely thing, that nice naive painting, 564, we like that. So there's always something more to find. You come here, I've said this before, you wander around, you see things you didn't expect to see, and you fall in love with them and bid on them and hopefully win them and take them home, and your wife says, put that back and take it away. Or
No,
hide it
where are
in the
you
bar.
going to put that?
Yes, where are you going to put that? That's what some of them say. As if that ever really mattered. But anyway, there we go. So, all good stuff. Come along and see us if you can. Otherwise, see us online as ever. And we look forward to seeing you. Thank you very much.